Have you ever wondered why we often blame ourselves for the adversities that befall us, even when we have no control over them? How does this self-blame affect our mental health? Consider the tale of a man and woman, both burdened by their individual circumstances. They lived in different parts of the city, yet both were entangled in the same web of self-blame. The man had lost his job recently, and the woman was struggling with a failing relationship. Each one was grappling with their own set of challenges, and both were blaming themselves for their misfortunes. They spent their days steeped in regret and self-reproach, unable to see beyond their own perceived failures. Their minds were filled with questions like, "Why did this happen to me?" and "What could I have done differently?" They were oblivious to the lessons that these experiences could teach them. One day, they both found themselves in the same park, each lost in their own world of self-blame. As they sat there, they noticed an old man and a small child who, despite their apparent poverty, were filled with joy and laughter. They overheard their conversation, filled with tales of struggle, resilience, and hope. This encounter was a wake-up call for the man and woman. They realized that life wasn't about avoiding failures, but about learning from them. They understood that self-blame was a dead-end street, leading nowhere but to despair. The old man and the child, despite their hardships, had chosen to focus on the joys of life instead of dwelling on their struggles. They saw life not as a series of unfortunate events, but as a journey of growth and learning. This story of the man and woman underlines the detrimental effects of self-blame on our mental health. It paints a vivid picture of how we can become our own worst enemies when we choose to dwell on our failures rather than learning from them. But remember, it's just a bad phase, not a bad life. Life is a journey of ups and downs, victories and defeats, joys and sorrows. It's not about avoiding the downs, defeats, and sorrows, but about learning to navigate through them. It's about understanding that these are just phases and that they do not define us. So the next time you find yourself blaming yourself for a failure or a misfortune, remember the story of the man and woman. Remember that self-blame will not lead you anywhere. Instead, take a step back, evaluate the situation, and ask yourself, what can I learn from this? Remember, it's just a bad phase, not a bad life. You are stronger than your struggles, and you have the power to overcome them. Don't let self-blame hold you back. Instead, use your experiences as stepping stones towards a better, more resilient you. In conclusion, self-blame is a destructive habit that can take a toll on our mental health. But remember, it's just a bad phase, not a bad life. Embrace your experiences, learn from them, and move forward. Because at the end of the day, life is about growth, resilience, and perseverance. And you have all these qualities within you.